Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself, Assistant Professor Sunil Shah. Today, I will be covering up the topic called Rights and Duties of the Partner, which comes under Indian Partnership Act, which is there in the SEM 3 Unit 1, which is there in SYBCom Accounting and Finance of SEM 3. Today in this particular video, this particular information, I will be speaking about the introduction part of the Partnership Act, the essential elements of the partnership, the duration of the partnership, the rights of the partnership, the duties of the partnership, as well as the concluding part under the Indian Partnership Act. Rights and duties of the partner. The partnership form is where two or more persons come together to form a business and divide the profits in agreed ratio. Please remember, students, when two or more persons come together to do some business venture, they agree only for profit making motive, then only they form the partnership. If the motive is only for charitable purpose, that cannot be classified under Indian Partnership Act. If the profit motive is only for loss making, then it won't be covered up under the Partnership Act. So it is mutual agreement between the two or more persons to form an agreement. The person who come together to form the partnership form is known as partners. So the minimum requirement for the partnership is minimum 2 for setting up the partnership business in India. The contract between the partner is known as partnership deed, which regulates or which is the heart of the whole partnership agreement. It regulates the relationship between the partners and also between the partners and the partnership. So students, in this case, if you see this particular point, it classifies related to relationship between the partners, the relationship between the one partner and the other partner, and the relationship between the partners and the partnership of that particular firm. Coming to the essential element of the partnership, the point wise, there should be a contract, there should be offer from one side, there should be acceptance one side. The offer and acceptance becomes an agreement. Agreement supported by consideration makes a contract, or agreement enforceable by law would be called as contract. The contract should be formed with the free consent. It should be possible to perform the essential elements of the contract. So the next element under the contract is that it should be for lawful purpose and for the lawful object. If it is then only it would be called as a valid contract. It should be between the two or more person. A person cannot bind the same person. That means the contract cannot be from the same partners. It should be from different partners. They agree to carry on the business, trade, or profession. This point is very important. Under the essential of the partnership is that they should be agreed to do a business, trade, or any profession with the object of sharing the profits. This is the very important point. And the business must be carried on by all or anyone them acting for all. As you are aware, there are different types of partners. Would be nominal partners, secret partners by estoppel, or the dormant partner, or the active partner. So it should be if one of the partners acting on behalf of all, he is binding all the partners who are doing the business for the partnership firm. Coming into the main point, what would be the duration of the partnership? The partnership would be classified into 3 types. It would be partnership for the fixed period. In the partnership agreement, if it is mentioned that the terms and conditions are fixed, the partnership would be expired after the completion of that particular term, then it would be called as partnership for a fixed period. So whatever is mentioned in the partnership agreement, it would be the heart of that partnership firm. So, and yet the partnership agreement may be registered. For particular partnership, it would be for adventure or for undertaking. If the particular purpose of completion has been completed, if the purpose has been completed or the adventure is completed, then it would be called as particular partnership. And the partnership would be coming into and after the accomplishment of that particular adventure or the undertaking for which the persons has taken up the partnership business. Partnership at will means the partners has the right to terminate the particular partnership as per his will, as per his choice. That is called partnership at will. Coming to the main parts of this particular video, that is called the rights of the partner. I will be explaining the rights as well as the section which has been mentioned under the Partnership Act. Right to take part in the conduct of the business, which is mentioned under section 12 subsection A of Indian Partnership Act. So those active partners are those partners who have the right to take part in the conduct of the business. In day-to-day affairs of the business of the firm, he has the right to take part, as well as he has the right to take part in the management of the firm. So the active partner or true partners are those partners who take part actively in day-to-day affairs, as well as who take part in the management of the firms. Right to share profit, which is mentioned under section 13B, that is, whatever the partners are earning, that is to be put it out in the paper, it should be jotted down, it should be audited, and after the audit and after taking part of all the expenses, taking care of all the expenses, there should be profit sharing ratio. The sharing of the profit has to be done properly by each of the partners and should be audited properly. Interest on capital, whatever the capital the partners has brought during the formation of partnership, whatever the interest has to be interest has earned, it should be distributed to the partners, which is mentioned under section 13 subsection C of the Indian Partnership Act. If there is a advances has been given, then this particular advances has to be paid to the partners, that is interest on advances has to be properly noted and it should be distributed, which is mentioned under section 13 subsection D of the Indian Partnership Act. Right to be indemnified, that means it should be one of the partners should protect from the loss of the others. That is called as right to be indemnified, which is mentioned under section 13 subsection E of the Indian Partnership Act. Right to stop admission of a new partner under section 31. If one of the partner is been admitted into the partnership firm, then the consent has to be obtained from all of the partners. If one of the partner is saying no, that this particular person should not be admitted, that means that particular person cannot be admitted at any cost. That is called right to stop the admission of a new partner under section 31. Right to retire, if one of the partner wants to retire, it has to be, this particular point has to be mentioned in the partnership deed, and he can retire after giving proper notice. He has to clear his dues and he should inform to all the third parties, as well as he has to give the public notice in 2 daily, that is called in the local newspaper, which has been in area which the partnership firm is located, which is mentioned under section 32 subsection 1 of Indian Partnership Act 1932. Right not to be expelled, which is mentioned under section 33. A partner cannot be expelled from the partnership agreement unless until all the other partners has the right to expel that partner if his conduct is not proper or it is doing an act which is against the partnership or against the sovereignty and integrity of India. If he is doing such act, then only he can be expelled, otherwise nowhere that particular partner has to be expelled. That is this right not to be expelled, which is mentioned under section 33 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Coming to the duties of the partners, the partner must be just and faithful to all the partners, section 9, that he should be having that faith in the other partners if he is acting in behalf of other partners, and he should have faith in that particular partnership fund because there is a profit sharing ratio in all that particular firm. The partner is bound to keep and render true and proper accounts of the partnership as mentioned in section 9. So whatever the books of accounts, the ledger books, the balance sheet, profit and loss, all the books should be properly audited, kept into record, and it should be given for proper audit, and all the partners can access that book of accounts as and when it has been asked for. Every partner is bound to communicate with full information to the others. If one of the partners is doing some act on behalf of the other partner, he should inform well in advance his role to the other partners. That means the partner should do such acts after taking in confidence of all the partners. He should inform all the partners that his role is so and so for the benefit of the partnership firm. He would be taking or he would be abiding with his decision, or his decisions would be abiding to the partnership firm as well as the partners if he is acting in good faith. Further, the partners cannot make a secret profit. The partners cannot do the secret business which is against the partnership agreement which is mentioned under section 16 subsection A of the Indian Partnership Act. Any profits made by the partners by unauthorized competition can be claimed by the firm under which is mentioned under section 16 subsection B of that act. So if any profit is being made by the partners, that should be accounted for, and he should distribute the profits to the other partners for which he has made that particular profit. And if he is doing unauthorized competition, he is liable for that particular offences acting against the integrity of that particular firm. Every partner is bound to act diligently. The word diligently means he should act in utmost care. He shouldn't do such act which is against the partnership, against such an act which is against the prudent man can do. That means all his act should be binding to the firm. He should do with prudence, that means with good faith and intention, and he should take utmost care. That means he should work diligently to the business of the firm. Coming to the next point which is mentioned under section 9, that is the duties of the partner, that every partner is bound to share losses also equally. So if the person is making profit, he should also make losses equally with the others. So to carry on the business of the firm of the greatest advantage. So if the person is sharing the profit, he should also share the losses. Coming to the conclusion part of this rights and duties of the partner. In a partnership, the partners are free to form an agreement and decide the mutual rights and duties. So this particular rights and duties are the limited part, but the other rights and other duties can be jotted out between the partners, because the partners have whole rights and the whole duties. They themselves can form the rights and they themselves can judge their duties, and they can be jotted down in the partnership deed. So this particular rights and duties which have been shown are mandatory, but other than this they can hide the rights as well as duties of the partner. That means in partnership the partners are free to form the agreement and decide the mutual rights and duties. So whatever one of the partners is acting on behalf of the other, one of the partners is doing the duty on behalf of the other, they are mutually binding each other. The relation of the partner in the partnership is of utmost good faith. That means you should act in proper faith. Therefore, it's the duty of every partner to work for the greatest common advantage of the firm and to work diligently in order to avoid any losses to the firm. That means the partnership business main motto is to make profit. So, hence to make profit, he should take utmost care. So that means the losses are negligible. Thank you from my side. This was in short the rights and duties of the partnership. Thank you.